What's going on, everyone? Nick here with another deleted scene video for Alien Covenant. Now this one is coming straight out of the official novelization by Alan Dean Foster, who's I've talked about in previous videos, the one most notably talking about the actual scene where David finds the engineer's petrified xenomorph egg with the facehugger in it, which seems to hint that the engineers actually created a version of the xenomorph and that David had just kind of recreated it. But this video is going to be talking about something that actually happens at the end of the film Alien Covenant, something that wasn't shown theatrically and actually has some key notable differences. So at the end of the novel, David does not reveal himself to Daniels or the rest of the crew. He simply puts them into cryostasis and walks off into the ship, and that's when he reveals himself to Mother. Now the notable difference here is that he actually asks Mother to open up a secure line to the Weyland-Yutani headquarters on Earth using his security hailing code David 31822-B. Now the interesting thing about this is that he's using his own security hailing code, so basically he's contacting Weyland-Yutani under his own guise and not pretending to be Walter like he did in the movie, where he kind of sent out the mission report about all of the crew members dying and Daniels and Tennessee being the only survivors. That was different for the film because he was actually contacting the company as Walter, but in the novel he's making sure that the company knows it's David. The other interesting thing about the novel's ending is that he actually doesn't cough up any kind of weird little facehugger embryos. He merely has 3 tiny eggs that are containing xenomorph embryos, sort of miniature embryos, kind of like the ones that we see in like a X-ray scanning in the various films, like the one in Alien 3 for instance, something along those lines, like a little curled up sort of xenomorph embryo in a little tiny egg, just like the ones that we saw the colonists were in, like the little tiny human embryos, just in that little spherical shape. Now, the thing that I take away the most from this sequence is that it seems as though David is the one that tells the company and kind of gives them the heads up about the xenomorph creature, because a lot of people had speculated before the events of Alien, the Nostromo actually getting rerouted to LV-426, how could the company have known and why did they send them to LV-426? Well, that's because I think they got some information from someone else and they knew about the xenomorph, clearly. And that's kind of their whole goal in all of the films, to capture the alien specimen and bring it back for testing and weaponization. Now, who could have told them? David could have told them. Now you might say, why would David tell them? He clearly doesn't have any interest in humans and that sort of thing. But I think a little bit of him still kind of harbors some sort of programming or influence from his upbringing by Weyland and his sort of attachment to the company. So I think it would make a lot of sense, honestly, that he would mention it to them, or that he would open up a secure line and talk to them about the xenomorph, because again, he could be just saying, hey, I've got this sort of creature, come take a look, thus giving him even more hosts or potential hosts for his own creation, and sort of waging war on the last big corporation of the human race. But leave your own thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you guys think of this alternate ending for the film, an alternate sequence in which David directly contacts Weyland-Yutani back on Earth? As always, thanks for watching. My name is Nick, and for more on the Alien and Predator universe, subscribe to the Hybrid Network.